No, right there. Good evening, everyone. My name is William Iannuzzi. I'm president of the Board of Education, and we're about to reconvene the public session of the meeting. Colleagues, can I get a motion and a second to reconvene the public session of the meeting?
So move Clayton Fernandez.
Second, Lewis.
All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Can we all please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Well, welcome everyone to our board meeting here at Albert Leonard. Really quickly, we're going to jump into our meeting, but we're going to make some changes to the agenda. So first, we're going to bring up our holiday card artists. Then we are going to do the Albert Leonard student performance. Then we're going to do our commendations for our QuestBird Scholars, our soccer team, and then move into the Albert Leonard presentation. So Dr. Reynolds, I'll throw it over to you to start.
Thank you very much, President Iannuzzi. Good evening, everyone. Hopefully those of you who are here, it's not too far past your bedtime. We'll try to get you home in a timely manner. For those of you who are watching at home, we want to say welcome and welcome. We are very proud to continue our tradition of holding a district-wide holiday art contest to showcase the work of our beloved and talented young artists who share it with our community. Students district-wide were invited to submit their artwork for consideration. Of the many wonderful pieces that were entered, finalists were chosen and represented each of our schools. The finalist submissions were then voted on by staff of the art department, and they were charged with narrowing the selection to just 10 winners. Thank you very much, Monica. I'm going to stop reading. Listen, our kids are fantastic, and if nothing else for the holiday season, there's no better way of bringing it in than to recognize our students for all that they do and for all of their talents. So we have 10 schools represented tonight by artwork that was done by our students, one from each school. And I would like to read their name and ask them to come up and stand right over on the side of this table in the order that I call you in, okay? So representing, I'm going to do it backwards. I'm going to do it backwards because, you know, I'm a kindergarten first grade teacher by heart. So let's start off with representing Daniel Webster Elementary School. We have Miss Adele Scardovi Munyer. Grade 5, fifth grade? Fifth grade? You're a fifth grader? Are you a fifth grader? Sixth grader, see, that's what, and she's Albert Leonard. That's why I'm definitely going to stop reading this. Okay, there she is right there. All right, so we're going to go to, see another, from Isaac E. Young Middle School, grade 6, Miss Summer Garcia. Representing the George M. Davis Jr. Elementary School, we have from grade 5, Miss Caitlin Yang. Representing Trinity Elementary School, grade 5, Miss Katerina Devukai. Representing Jefferson Elementary School, grade 4, we have Miguel Arroyo. And from Columbus Elementary School, grade 4, we have Azaya Aruz. Representing grade 3 from the Daniel Webster Elementary School, Miss Miriam Lieberson. And representing grade 2 from the Henry Barnard School, Miss Liliana Mitchell. Now, I must correct the record. Ms. Adele Scardovi Munier is a grade 6 student from Albert Leonard. But also, we have representing our high school, grade 9, Miss Marilyn Ferrante. Marilyn. Oh, and I made a mistake, but there are no mistakes when you're talking about children. We're not saving the best for last, but it's pretty good. So I'm going to say, representing William Ward Elementary School from grade 2, Miss Greta Siegel. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to share with you what this project really is. So originally, Mr. Jonathan Raymond, who used to be the superintendent of schools here, wanted to put out a holiday card to the community annually. And rather than just purchasing something from Amazon or something along those lines, he thought that we should really exhibit our students' artwork. So in all of our district offices, and I'm also going to say on a special wall in the homes of our board members, annually, this is what the Christmas card looks like. The holiday card looks like from the superintendent, and it has all of the students' artwork on it. And it also has their names. So we're keeping this in posterity because this does become record of the school district. So let's give them a round of applause for this. And for each of our students, we have framed for them, and I'm going to pick up Ms. Yang's just for as an example, their individual artwork that they can bring home and hang in their house. So let's give all of our students again another round of applause. Mr. President Iannuzzi, I turn the mic back over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Reynolds, and congratulations to all of our amazing artists tonight. We are going to move on to our next item, which would be the Albert Leonard student performance. And we will finish their presentation later, but we will start with the Albert Leonard student performance. So Dr. Reynolds and Dr. Edwards Thomas, do you guys want to introduce?
So we're doing things a little bit differently only because we know that our students do have to get home and get ready for bed. And we're also anticipating some pretty heavy winds later tonight. So we want to be sure that they get home safely.
So Dr. Reynolds, can I actually ask my colleagues, let's go sit so we can watch and we'll come back to our seats.
Annually, we do have a presentation delivered by each of the principals of our schools. And tonight, we are starting our presentation with our Albert Leonard Middle School. It is always a pleasure to come into this building, not so much because of the physical space, but more importantly, because of the activities of the students that are taking place on a daily basis. This building is led by our very own principal, Dr. Camille Edwards Thomas, who's going to introduce our student performers tonight, and then she'll come back and deliver her presentation a little bit later.
Thank you, Dr. Reynolds. Ms. Masters, you tell me when you're ready. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Albert Leonard. My name is Camille Edwards Thomas. I have the pleasure of being the principal here at Albert Leonard. This is a special evening for us because we get to show you some of the things that we love about Albert Leonard. And one of our favorite things and one of our favorite people is Miss Masters, Miss Carly Masters, who will be getting tenure this evening. And these beautiful people with her are her chamber orchestra group, and they will be performing Gargoyles by Doug Spada.
Dr. Edwards, do we have any directions on to where our students are going, where parents can meet them? So our students are going back to the cafeteria. For our families, we're trying to get you into bed early also. So you can meet your children in the cafeteria, but please don't all rush out. We do have a board meeting. We would like for you to be present. I'm going to ask the board members if we can transition back to the table for our student presentations.
So continuing on the theme of recognition, the Board of Education has the power to uh, create and pass resolutions and proclamations honoring students and commending them for the amazing work they are doing. So tonight, and we haven't done this in a couple years, but tonight we have several commendations for students that we are going to read and to announce. We have 5 students who have been selected to this really prestigious Questbridge National College Scholarship. We have the New Rochelle High School boys varsity soccer team and one of their players as well that we'll be commending tonight with the proclamation and a certificate. So I am going to call each of the students up. I'll do the Questbridge scholarships first. If you guys can stand over there when I call your names, and then I'm going to read your proclamations.
Just to give a little bit of a background also, the Questbridge scholarship opportunity is one of the most prestigious opportunities in this country. And we have to understand that these students are matched to schools that would be considered Ivy League. The students here have early acceptance to schools that of their choice, and those schools have committed to them as well. Now, it's not so unique that a school district has one Questbridge scholar. But this year, New Rochelle High School has produced 5 Questbridge scholars.
So the first recipient tonight is, and if I mispronounce your names, please let me know, but we have Mr. Carlos Del Aguila. So whereas the Board of Education recognizes and celebrates the outstanding academic achievement of New Rochelle High School senior Carlos De Aguila, who has been selected as a recipient of the prestigious Questbridge National College Match Scholarship, a full 4-year scholarship to a top university. And whereas Carlos has distinguished himself through exceptional scholarship, leadership, integrity, and perseverance, earning the honor to attend Harvard University. Yes, clap that up. Attending Harvard University to pursue studies in applied mathematics and sociology under a full ride award. And whereas Carlos' successes reflects his intellectual curiosity and commitment to excellence, bringing pride to his family, school, and the city school district of the city of New Rochelle. Now, therefore, it be resolved that the Board of Education hereby commends Carlos for his remarkable achievement in earning a Questbridge National College Match Scholarship and extends its best wishes for continued success in all future academic and personal endeavors. Congratulations, Carlos.
And an additional piece of information, not only are these full academic scholarships for 4 years, it also includes all fees related. So whether it's books, whether it's room and board, and even travel back and forth to school is included in this scholarship opportunity.
Our next student is Miss Melanie Escobar. Whereas the Board of Education honors New Rochelle High School senior Melanie Escobar for being selected as a Questbridge National College Match Scholar and earning a full ride scholarship to one of the nation's leading institutions. And whereas Melanie's academic excellence and commitment to her educational goals have earned her the opportunity to attend Northwestern University, where she will pursue a major in biomedical engineering. And whereas Melanie's achievement exemplifies resilience, dedication, and leadership, inspiring her peers and reflecting positively on the New Rochelle High School community. Now, therefore, it be resolved that the Board of Education hereby congratulates Melanie on her extraordinary accomplishment in earning a Questbridge National College Match Scholarship and wishes her continued success in her academic journey. Congratulations, Melanie. Our next student is Mr. Brian Messai. Whereas the Board of Education extends its congratulations to New Rochelle High School senior Brian Messai for being awarded a Questbridge National College Match Scholarship, a prestigious full-ride scholarship to a leading university. And whereas Brian's outstanding academic performance and determination have earned him the opportunity to attend the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, also known as MIT, to pursue studies in mechanical engineering. And whereas Brian's achievement brings distinction to himself, his family, and the city school district of the city of New Rochelle, exemplifying the highest standards of academic excellence. Now, therefore, it be resolved that the Board of Education hereby commends Brian for his exceptional accomplishment in earning a Questbridge National College Match Scholarship and looks forward to his continued success. Congratulations, Brian. Our next senior is Miss Sofia Fuentes. Whereas the Board of Education recognizes New Rochelle High School senior Sofia Fuentes for being selected as a Questbridge National College Match Scholar, earning a full ride scholarship to an esteemed university. And whereas Sophia's academic excellence and intellectual curiosity have earned her placement at the University of Pennsylvania, where she will pursue studies in neuroscience. And whereas Sophia's achievement demonstrates exemplary dedication to her studies and serves as a model of academic distinction for her peers. Now, therefore, it be resolved that the Board of Education hereby commends Sophia for her outstanding accomplishment in earning a Questbridge National College Match Scholarship and extends sincere best wishes for continued success. Congratulations. And our last Questbridge scholar is Miss Daniela Anais Sarfo. Whereas the Board of Education honors New Rochelle High School senior Daniela Anais Sarfo for being awarded a Questbridge National College Match Scholarship, a distinguished full-ride scholarship to a top university, and whereas Daniela's academic achievements have earned her the opportunity to attend Colgate University, where she plans to pursue studies in biology or neuroscience, reflecting her passion for science and learning. And whereas Daniela's success exemplifies academic excellence, perseverance, and leadership, bringing pride to her school community. Now, therefore, it be resolved that this Board of Education hereby commends Daniela for her remarkable accomplishments in earning a Questbridge National College Match Scholarship and extends best wishes for success in her future academic pursuits. Congratulations, Daniela. My fellow board members, we're going to take a quick picture. And then colleagues, we're just going to sit back for one more performance and then we're going to go finish the commendations.
Ms. Tarjani, you let me know when you're ready. Right here. Yeah. Thank you, Ms. Tarjani and select chorus. Thank you. You know what? I get.
Real great job to all of our performers tonight. Really great. We love the holiday season, especially for board meetings. We get to see a lot more performances. We have two more commendations for tonight. One for the New Rochelle High School varsity soccer team and one for one of its players. So I will read the commendation and then Coach Garcia, if you want to bring the whole team over here afterwards. Okay. So, whereas the New Rochelle High School boys varsity soccer team demonstrated exceptional athletic skill, teamwork, discipline, and sportsmanship throughout the 2025 fall season. And whereas through dedication, perseverance, and commitment to excellence, the team earned first place in their division. And whereas the New Rochelle High School boys varsity soccer team achieves the distinguished honor of being named Section 1 co-champions, representing significant accomplishment for the student athletes, coaching staff, New Rochelle High School, and the city school district of the city of New Rochelle. And whereas participation in interscholastic athletics promotes leadership, responsibility, resilience, and school pride while reinforcing the district's commitment to the holistic development of students. And whereas the Board of Education wishes us to formally recognize and commend the outstanding achievements of these student athletes and those who supported them throughout the season. Now, therefore, it be resolved that the Board of Education of the City School District of the City of New Rochelle hereby congratulates and honors the New Rochelle High School boys varsity soccer team for winning their division and being named Section 1 co-champions. And be it further resolved that the board extends its appreciation to the coaches, athletic staff, school administration, and families for their guidance, leadership, and unwavering support. And be it further resolved that this resolution be entered into the official records of the Board of Education and that copies be presented to the student athletes as a symbol of the district's pride in their accomplishments. And I have the list of students here. So we have Pedro Velasquez, Adrian Almanzar, David Lohr, Emmanuel Gonzalez, Nicholas Canales, Angel Magana, Giancarlo Fernandez, Ivan Osiguera, Julian Osiguera, Nathan Grandwetter, Jose Miguel Ayala, Christopher Santos, Damian Torres, Adrian Medina, Ethan Shaw, Aiden Shaw, Jaden Ayala, Nicholas Rivera, Juan Aguilar, Ryan Pierre Luis, Jesus Medina. I'm going to finish reading. There's a couple more names. John Parantes, Lucas Rodriguez, Ismael Filidor, Christian Navarro, our head coach, Mr. Garcia, our assistant head coach, Mr. Barbosa, assistant coach, Mr. McCarthy, assistant coach, Mr. Goncalves, assistant coach, Ayala, and assistant coach, Ramirez. So we have certificates for each player. Unfortunately, we didn't have enough frames yet for every kid to get a proclamation. So Coach Garcia, I hope you can put this in your room so for the players to see. But I just want to say one thing. I'm personally on behalf of a lot of these students to attend the Boys and Girls Club where I work, and I've had the pleasure to see a lot of them this year play. I went to majority of the games, and you did an amazing job, guys. And I really want to just commend you for the amazing work and commend Coach Garcia and Barbosa for the amazing work you did with these kids. So we have one more accommodation. I'm going to do it while you guys are standing up there because it is one of your other players. So we also have a commendation specifically for one player, Pedro Velasquez, and I would like to read it. It's a pretty lengthy proclamation. Whereas Pedro Velasquez, a student athlete at New Rochelle High School, has distinguished himself through extraordinary athletic achievement, leadership, and dedication throughout his high school soccer career. And whereas Hedo has selected to the prestigious United Soccer Coaches All-America team, becoming only the third soccer player in New Rochelle High School history to earn this honor. And the first yes. And he is the first All-American soccer player in over 40 years, marking an historic milestone for the school and New Rochelle community. Whereas Hedo's outstanding accomplishments also include selection to the United Soccer Coaches All-East Region team and being named the New York State Public High School Athletic Association's Section 1 Boys Soccer Player of the Year. And whereas Hedo earned additional recognition as a 3-time All-League player, 3-time All-Section player, 2-time All-State player, and League Most Valuable Player, reflecting sustained excellence and consistency of the highest levels of competition. And whereas Hado's exceptional performance and leadership on the field were instrumental in leading the New Rochelle High School boys varsity soccer team to a share of the Section 1 Class AAA championship. And whereas Hado's exemplifies the values of hard work, perseverance, sportsmanship, and teamwork, serving as a role model for his peers and bringing pride and distinction to the New Rochelle High School and the city school district of the city of New Rochelle. Now, therefore, it be resolved that the Board of Education of the City School District of New Rochelle hereby congratulates and commends Hado for his historic selection to the United Soccer Coaches All-America team and for his outstanding athletic accomplishments. And be it further resolved that the board recognizes Hado's leadership, dedication, and impact in helping guide the New Rochelle High School boys varsity team to a share of the Section 1 Class AAA championship. And be it further resolved that the board extends its appreciation to Hado's coaches, family, and the New Rochelle High School athletic community for their support and commitment to excellence. And be it finally resolved that this resolution be entered into the official records of the Board of Education and that a copy be presented to Hado as a symbol of the district's pride and his remarkable achievements and historic legacy.
And so we don't lose the significance of this honor. Hero is one of 110 top players in the country, in the entire country. He is one of the 110 top players in the country.
And I just also want to thank, I believe he's still here, our athletic director, Mr. Donaldson, for his, thank you. So colleagues, we actually have to vote on these. So I'm just going to do it as a consent one. So colleagues, can I get a motion and second to approve resolution number 26-227 through number 26-233, accepting the accommodations for our students tonight?
So move, Lewis.
Second, Ross.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Congratulations, everyone.
I'm so sorry, I missed the motion. Could you say again who first and second?
I was first, Roshni was second.
Thank you.
We are going to move quickly into our Board of Education announcements and then go right back to the presentation. And I know our student board member has a announcement tonight. So Cameron, I'll throw it over to you.
Oh my gosh, okay. Good evening. Tonight, I will be sharing the monthly report for New Rochelle High School, and it's always my pleasure to speak about the many recent achievements within the school community. I first want to congratulate our vocal program for a wonderful presentation this past Monday. The Linda Kelly Theater was packed, and at the end, it was standing room only. Hope from the Heart, a club dedicated to raising money and awareness for breast cancer research, raised over $250 at their annual cocoa and cupcake sale last week, selling a variety of homemade cupcake flavors such as lemon, strawberry shortcake, funfetti. Regarding athletics, Nathan Greenberg came second place for Low HUD's Player of the Week, and the boys varsity hockey team defeated North Rockland 4-1 on Friday night. The boys basketball team defeated Scarsdale 51-43 on Monday. And I would also like to mention that all four of the fall sports teams received the New York State Public High School Athletic Association Academic Achievement Award. Both boys and girls cross country, girls tennis, and girls swimming had 75% of the roster maintain a collective GPA of 90 or above. I want to shout out our valedictorian, Corey Seelenfreund, who participated in New York's premier high school all-state music conference. He received a 100 on his most recent NISMA score, making him eligible for the spot at this conference, being in the top group as Clarinet 1 in the symphony orchestra. The conference featured over 400 of the best high school musicians in the state, conducted by Dr. Jeffrey Mayer from Indiana University in the Eastman Theater. Not only was his achievement an outstanding opportunity, but Corey was also accepted to his dream school, MIT, on Tuesday night, making him the second student from New Rochelle High School so far and 3 total in the past 2 years. So congratulations to him. For those of you who may not know, New Rochelle High School is one of 3 schools in the Hudson Valley with an established apiary program. The program is led by our very own Dr. Cushing, and back in 2021, we partnered with Mamaroneck High School to get the program started. Our apiary program integrates science, business, and culinary learning with hands-on bee care, as members of the beekeeping club understand the importance of the contribution to our food chain and the development of these strong colonies. To provide an evidence-based report, I would like to invite Aurora Baeza up. She's the president of our apiary club, and she's here to present a small portion of our 2025 honey batch to share with you all. This honey is 100% produced by our New Rochelle High School bees. It's fully organic and contains the flavors of the flowers within Huguenot Park and the New Rochelle High School campus. So enjoy it.
That's amazing.
And finally, I just wanted to mention that I had the pleasure of attending an online meeting with the New York State Senator Shelley Mayer and other student board members within Westchester County. I really enjoyed this opportunity to hear from other students with differing experiences, as well as learn more about the importance of this position and how it came to be. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Cameron. Do any other of my colleagues have any announcements they would like to make? Ms. Ross?
Just wanted to wish everybody happy holidays. So it's to the end of 2025. I just celebrating the end of the year and want to wish everybody whatever they're celebrating, happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Kwanzaa. Wishing you guys a fantastic holiday and for folks to be able to recharge during the holiday break and look forward to 2026. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Ross. Ms. Clayton?
Yes, I just wanted to do a little shout out to all of the musicians and singers and the elves that have been singing their hearts out and playing beautiful instruments for us today. The Trinity concert, all of the schools have just been knocking it out. And props to you parents, because these children are just making the world just much more better for us. So thank you for that.
Ms. Williams?
Yes. Hello, New Rochelle. Happy holidays and seasons greetings. Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, and just happy winter. I am so happy to have this beautiful holiday card from our district students. And congratulations to all of our student artists, athletes, and scholars. Have a great, restful winter break. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Williams. Any other of my colleagues have any announcements? All right, seeing none, I'll throw it over to Dr. Reynolds for a superintendent report.
Thank you very much, President Iannuzzi. I'll keep it very short. One of my points of conversation tonight was about Harrow, and we've already acknowledged him, but we also have other soccer greatness taking place at New Rochelle High School. So we would like to say congratulations to Stella Ziogas on being named High School Soccer All-State by New York State Sports Writers and Coaches Organization for girls sports. Let's give Stella a round of applause, please. And please know that this accolade is in addition to her receiving the New Rochelle High School Soccer MVP, Section 1 Class AAA, all section and all league. So we are a soccer town. And then I would like to just bring everyone's attention to a correction from, I believe, our last meeting. I gave some wrong information about some dates, so I would like to correct them. All district offices and buildings will be closed on the afternoon of Wednesday, December 24th, and all day on Thursday and Friday, December 25th and 26th. All district offices and buildings will be closed on the afternoon of Wednesday, December 31st, and all day on Thursday, January 1st. All offices, only offices, will reopen on Friday, January 2nd, 2026 for our staff. Schools will be closed for students and faculty beginning Wednesday, December 24th through Friday, January 2nd, and will return to school for all students and faculty on Monday, January 5th. So to all of our parents, tag your it. And during this holiday season, I would really like to take this time to wish all of you who celebrate anything a very happy Hanukkah, Feliz Las Posadas, a very Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy New Year. If you are celebrating, this is called the season of lights for a reason. It's because every one of the holidays around this time of the year have the common characteristic of being celebrated with some sort of light. And I hope that you take this time to bring light to those who need it. I hope you take the time to be the light that someone might need. But I also hope that you take the time to rest, rejuvenate, and come back to us refreshed. Happy holidays, everyone. And with that, I'm going to ask my colleagues to do one last bit of exercise and move back to the front row as we turn this podium over to our fearless Albert Leonard Middle School leader, Dr. Camille Edwards Thomas, who will take us through our school report.
Good evening again. It's really hard to go after all of our amazing students, but I will do my best to entertain you in my little bit of time that I'm up here. And let me get to my... Welcome to Albert Leonard. Thank you, Dr. Reynolds, Board President, Mr. Iannuzzi, members of the board, Superintendent's Cabinet, Albert Leonard families, and staff. We are excited to share some of the wonderful things that happen at Albert Leonard with you. Let's see where we are. All right. This is our welcome. So you've seen this evening, our agenda has shifted a little bit, so please bear with me. You've already seen our chamber orchestra perform, led by Miss Masters. You've heard our select chorus, led by Miss D. Tarjani. And we will be having a presentation from our visual arts department. So our goal here at Albert Leonard is to inspire, empower, and educate every student every day. I'm going to call to the stage our arts department leaders. Just get ready to come on up. Before you get to the stage, I want to introduce you to the Albert Leonard team. Mr. Smith, are you around? Mr. Smith is here, our assistant principal. Miss Alvarez Pena, somewhere here also. Without them, we could not do anything at Albert Leonard, and I thank them for our third late night this week. As always, our Albert Leonard's mission and vision aligns with the City School District of New Rochelle. Everything we do here is in aid of the students and to help to produce the amazing students you saw before you this evening. We share our equity statement at all of our meetings to ensure that everyone is clear where our alliances are. We are here to ensure that every student has the best possible experience at Albert Leonard Middle School. So, can you see our beautiful pictures? We make sure to take a new picture for you every year so that we can say that we have something new happening. This year, so we have a new photo. Mr. Smith was reluctantly smiling in that photo for us. Thank you, Mr. Smith. We also have our team at Albert Leonard, Ms. Clara Reyes, Our Assistant Director for Special Education housed at Albert Leonard, Mr. David Lumen, Humanities Department Chairperson, Ms. Julie Verville, Science Department Chairperson, and Ms. Dr. Rana Hafiz, our Math Department Chairperson. All of whom are here with us this evening. Thank you for, again, another late night. So this evening, we are focusing on our arts. We wanted to give you a little sliver of some of the amazing things that happen at Albert Leonard Middle School. So we had our students singing, we had our students performing. Again, third night in a row. They're awesome, and they were all real troopers to come back out and do this for us this evening. So thank you to the parents and the teachers for bringing them out this evening. Now, in aid of our goal of high expectations and rigorous instruction, we wanted to talk a little bit more about what happens in our classrooms, specifically in the visual arts. And Mr. Matthew Lucero is here also, our Director of Performing and Visual Arts for the City School District of New Rochelle. Another late night for him. He's been out at all of these shows all week. Thank you for being here, Mr. Lucero. So one of the things we wanted to highlight is our superb staff. So we have Ms. Del Gershio, Ms. Suplina, and Ms. De La Ripa. We're catching up. So our superb staff serves the students at Albert Leonard Middle School. We have roughly 1,050 students this year. The demographics are here on the screen. You can see them yourself. But we have an amazingly diverse group of students in all ways and always. And so that is part of what makes us special and what makes our life at Albert Leonard exciting. In our arts departments, all students have the opportunity to take visual arts, general music, chorus, band, or orchestra. And you see the demographics of those classes broken down by grade level. This is just a little bit of information and lets you know what the students experience at Albert Leonard on a daily basis. Our arts department is something that we're very proud of. And while we have opportunities to showcase chorus and band and our orchestra, this is another opportunity to get a little bit more about why we feel the arts are important at Albert Leonard. The art supports academic success. Arts education strengthens problem solving, creativity, critical thinking skills that improve performance in core subjects, underscoring its value for student success. Social emotional skills are also an important component of the arts, and arts foster confidence, empathy, and resilience, helping students navigate the challenges of adolescence. It encourages engagement and belonging, and the arts programs keep students connected to school, reducing absenteeism, increasing motivation, which demonstrates their role in fostering engagement and belonging. It also helps to increase collaboration and communication amongst our students. Group performances and projects teach teamwork, listening, and presentation skills essential for future success. It promotes mental health and well-being. Creative expression provides a healthy outlet for stress and emotions during a critical developmental stage. It celebrates diversity and inclusion. The arts expose students to different cultures and perspectives, promoting respect and understanding. It prepares for students for college and careers. Arts cultivate creativity, adaptability, and innovation, skills highly valued in today's workforce. It builds identity and confidence. Middle schoolers are discovering who they are. The arts provide a safe space for them to explore and express themselves. So we have here Ms. Del Gershio, Ms. De La Ripa, and Ms. Suplina. Quicker, this here. That one, yeah. Okay. Good? I'm good.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for being here today. My name is Sonia De La Ripa. I am one of the 3 art teachers at Albert Leonard Middle School. To my left is Ms. Suplina, and to my right is Ms. Del Gershio. Our goal tonight is to share the reasons why art plays such a vital role in schools. The arts nurtures the whole child. It has always served as a powerful means of discovering who we are and for allowing diverse identities to be expressed. The New York State Standards of the Arts emphasize the following: create, present, perform, produce, respond, and connect. They describe the learning goals and targets that are achieved in our classrooms. Art is a visual language that enhances imagination, creativity, and critical thinking skills. Art also supports social and emotional development, allowing connections with cultures and communities. The elements of art and the principles of design are the foundation to our art curriculum. These building blocks begin at the elementary schools and continue at the middle school level. We integrate students' prior knowledge of the elements of art while teaching the principles of design. They are both essential for creating, communicating, and appreciating visual arts. Sixth grade art focuses on appropriate use of materials, craftsmanship, learning the design process, and using art vocabulary to describe their work. Sixth grade students are introduced to a variety of media and techniques, which include but are not limited to colored pencils, collage, tempera paint, and paper mache sculpture. In seventh grade, students continue to develop mastery of their hands-on experiences. They utilize the design process from ideas to sketch to final product. The grid method and valued techniques may be introduced. Exploring unconventional materials, watercolor, oil pastels, printmaking, and plaster bandages for sculpting are some of the materials used. In eighth grade, students focus on critical thinking and the practice of advanced art techniques. Eighth graders work both independently and in collaboration with peers. Charcoal, chalk pastels, acrylic paint, and clay sculpture are just a few materials used in eighth grade classes. When our eighth grade students transition to high school, we are confident that they have the knowledge and tools needed to be successful in studio art. We also hope that the experience we provide students at ALMS encourages them to continue their arts education by enrolling in one of the many elective offerings available at NRHS. And now I'd like to call up Emma, Ella, and Minimi up to the stage for their portion of the presentation.
Hi, my name is Emma Lizzo, and I am part of the PAVE Art Prep Club. I would like to introduce Ella Thompson, who will share a poem about art that she wrote.
This poem is called Dear Artist. Art is a way of expressing your feelings. The canvas is like a white blanket of snow with all your emotions under it. It's a mirror that reflects life. Art can be turned into anything because you are the artist. Art can let your imagination flow with the paintbrush. When I'm torn, I don't sit there bored. I grab my paint as well as my colors, and I flow with imagination to make my creation. With all that color, it shines like a diamond because you and I are the artist, and art is in the eye of the beholder.
Next, I would like to introduce Minami Suda, who will share a speech about her experience in the art department at ALMS.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Minami Suda, and I want to share a little bit about my ALMS art experience. When I first started, I thought art was just drawing something good enough. But I quickly learned it was about trying out new things, making mistakes, and finding confidence in art. Art became a place where I could relax, express myself, and ask for help from my art teachers if needed. I also learned that every teacher is different. Ms. Delaripa helped me find perspective and proportions of art. Ms. Delgertia helped me find different styles of art and creative pieces. Ms. Suplina helped me step out of my comfort zone and try new things. They all helped me find a new way to create and make art in ALMS. Looking back, they didn't just help me grow creatively, it helped me grow as a person. It taught me patience, confidence, and that peace can come from anywhere.
Lastly, I would like to introduce Ms. Suplina, who will talk about the arts at ALMS, and then a video will be played.
Thank you, Ella, Emma, and Minimi. It was nice to hear your words. The arts at Albert Leonard go beyond the classroom and into our community. Our students are encouraged to join art clubs. They participate in art contests, such as the district holiday card contest that we all got to observe their awards. Oh, I'm a little short. The local Lions Club Peace Post contest, as well as national art contests. Our students' work is displayed throughout the community at City Hall, the New Rochelle Library, and all over Albert Leonard, which really helps with school pride. The arts are wonderful at collaborating with many subjects as well. The message is clear, art is for everyone. And so with that in mind, we would like to close our presentation with a collaborative video, Sights, Sounds, and Sentiments, which was made collaboratively with Mr. Salvati's Media Club and Mr. D'Amico's general music students. So thank you and enjoy.
Thank you to our students and to our arts department for giving us a little snapshot of some of the things that happen at Albert Leonard in our arts department. Am I good to go? Oh, all right. Let me see. So we focused on the arts because we always want to talk about student voice at Albert Leonard. In middle school, it's really important for students to start to develop their voices in different ways. This art is one of the ways that they're able to express themselves, as they said in their own words, decompress, relax, and try to connect in a different way. So again, thank you to Ms. De La Ripa, Ms. Del Gercio, and Ms. Saplina for their work with our students and for sharing that information with us this evening for our students. Trying to find my right slide here. Okay. So we talked about student voice being an important aspect of the developmental stages of middle school. Our work with students every day brings us to how can we help them develop independence, develop critical thinking, learn to collaborate with each other. And this is a different way for students to experience all of those things in a different way in a classroom. So our presentation this evening showed all of the things that happen at Albert Leonard. But the important part I want to express is that these things happen inside the classroom and also outside of the classroom. Our select chorus, our chamber orchestra, and the music that you heard under the video are all created by students outside of their regular classes. These are things that they do in their extracurricular activities because they volunteer more time because of their love of the arts to do this work. The select chorus and the select band are opportunities for students that want more time. They already have their coursework, but this is an extension of that work, so they get to have more time with their teachers and with their peers working on something that they love. All right. So without further ado, I thank you. Ladies, you're good. You're good. Ladies, you're good. You're free to go. Thank you. It's a long day. We'll see you early in the morning. We are going to move on to our tenure awardees. First up, Ms. Clara Reyes to present to Ms. Boyce. Please come to the stage. Okay.
All right. Good evening, everyone. So I have the pleasure of presenting Mrs. Boyce tonight, who is receiving tenure. She is one of our wonderful special education teachers who supports our special class reading program here at Albert Leonard Middle School. She is a Wilson Reading Certified teacher and effectively addresses the needs of her students in special class reading sections. She is consistently on time with CSE evaluations, IEP development, demonstrating strong organizational skills and a deep commitment to student success. Mrs. Boyce is an active contributor to professional learning within the district. She participates in district-wide sessions, facilitating training. This past March, she helped facilitate MTSS training during Superintendent's Conference Day. She collaborates with colleagues by assisting with WIAT testing and educational evaluation reports, and she builds positive relationships with students, families, and staff that foster trust and support. There are many people who request her as a teacher all the time. Beyond the classroom, Mrs. Boyce demonstrates her dedication by attending school and community events during evenings and weekends to support her students. Her professionalism, collaborative spirit, and unwavering commitment to student growth make her an invaluable member of our student community. Congratulations, Mrs. Boyce.
Uh-oh. Next, we have Mr. David Lubin Mr. George, can you come down?
Good evening, everyone. It's my pleasure to share a little bit with you about Miss Brianna DeGeorge, who is a sixth grade English teacher at Albert Leonard Middle School. Ms. DeGeorge has distinguished herself as an extraordinarily warm, nurturing, and highly effective educator. She possesses that rare and essential ability to create an engaging and inclusive classroom where students feel both supported and challenged. Her rapport with her students is exceptional. She earns their trust and admiration through her empathy, responsiveness, and high expectations. In turn, her students rise to those expectations, developing not only strong literacy skills, but also a love for learning, literature, and a sense of personal agency. She has also built outstanding rapport with her students' families by maintaining thoughtful and consistent communication with parents, and she collaborates productively with colleagues across her cluster team, the ELA department, and the broader humanities team. Beyond the classroom, she has made many meaningful contributions to the school community, including her work with the ALMS Sparks Leadership and School Ambassadors Club, her involvement with the Leader in Me Lighthouse team, and her leadership in co-planning and executing her sixth grade cluster trip to medieval times. It is a pleasure to have her as a tenured teacher at Albert Leonard Middle School.
Dr. Hafiz.
Good evening, everyone. Ms. Weisbro has been a welcome addition to our Albert Leonard Math Department. Ms. Weisbro brings a sound understanding of content and pedagogy to support our students. Ms. Weisbro has participated in learning offered by the department and her colleagues, incorporating these in her practice to support our students. In her classroom, one can hear students talking and discussing mathematics. One can hear students enthusiastically working on whiteboards around the room. And one can also see Ms. Weisbro taking out little three-dimensional figures that she has made to support student learning. When asked where does she see herself in 10 years, Ms. Weisbro had said very affirmatively, teaching sixth graders. In our department, Ms. Weisbro also brings her joy for geometry when we correct our Regents exams. Ms. Weisbro took a leadership role in organizing the Medieval Times field trip for our students and in the National Junior Honor Society, exemplifying the support our students receive as they get ready for a successful high school experience. Congratulations, Ms. Weisbro, on starting a rewarding journey in public service.
Mr. Lucero. Ms. Masters, back on the stage again.
Good evening, everyone. Ms. Masters has been an exceptional member of the Albert Leonard Middle School faculty and a valued contributor to our district's pre-K-12 Performing and Visual Arts program. Since joining the team, she has demonstrated deep commitment to musical excellence, student growth, and collaborative professionalism. Under her leadership, the orchestra program here at Albert Leonard has seen remarkable growth in both enrollment and performance quality. Ms. Masters has guided her 8th grade students to a level of proficiency that now allows them to regularly participate in the annual NYSSMA Majors Festival, which is a strong indicator of our program's rigor and her effective instruction. She has also founded and expanded a thriving chamber orchestra club, which you saw perform here tonight, providing an enriching opportunity for students grades 6 through 8 to explore music beyond her classroom. Ms. Masters regularly prepares a significant number of students for the NYSSMA Solo Festival, encouraging to pursue individual growth through challenging solo repertoire in addition to their ensemble commitments. Her efforts have instilled confidence, independence, and a love for music in all of her students. Beyond her classroom contributions, Ms. Masters is a dedicated and collegial presence within the school and district-wide music community. She actively supports her peers by attending concerts and events, celebrating the achievements of both her colleagues and her former students. Ms. Masters is reflective, collaborative, and continually strives to elevate her students' learning experience, and her impact on the middle school students in this program and the broader district arts community makes her a highly deserving teacher of tenure. Congratulations, Ms. Masters.
And last but not least, I'd like to call Mr. David Lumen back to the stage. Let me get to my David Lumen page. All right, Mr. Lumen. See if I can find you. Okay. Mr. David Lumen is our humanities chairperson, who is an invaluable member of our school community. He is running two of our most exciting departments at Albert Leonard. He has contributed to the wider school community by ensuring that our MTSS for the school district our MTSS processes and procedures are stellar. Nobody has a better agenda than Mr. Lumen. Mr. Lumen's agendas are legendary, and he ensures that our students get the services that they need by monitoring their progress and working with our teachers in our reading department and our school counselors, our school staff, to ensure that they get all of the support they need at the City School District of New Rochelle, beginning from the elementary meetings to bringing them here to Albert Leonard to ensure that they're able to progress in the humanities, particularly in the reading and the ELA departments. Mr. Lumen, thank you for your service, and thank you for being a valued member of the Albert Leonard school community. Thank you. Something extra in there. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Reynolds. That is all we have for you this evening from Albert Leonard. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you for all who participated in the presentation, making this a great evening for our students to showcase all of what is important for us at Albert Leonard. Thank you.
President Iannuzzi, with your indulgence, to our community and to our folks who are still here, it is important for you to realize that tonight's presentation focused around the offerings in schools, which usually are the reason why students get up and come to school at the middle school level. Without having arts, and it was stated tonight that the arts are life, right? Without having the arts available to our students, we find that our students become disjointed from learning. Whenever we can incorporate the arts into our experience on a daily basis, whenever we can make offerings for students outside of just the classroom setting, but also after school where their interest begins to peak, that is what creates a pathway of excellence for our students on the high school level. So for all of the athletes that the student athletes that we honored tonight, for all of the students that are performing in a manner that is excelling them beyond our expectation. For instance, our science research program, all of those interests are cultivated at the middle school level. So I would like to thank Dr. Edwards-Thomas. You're gonna have to go back there. I would like to thank Dr. Edwards-Thomas and her team for making sure that we understand the importance of that social emotional learning as it relates to our students. That comfort zone is an experience that's offered to them at the middle school level. And with that, we'll turn it back over to the
Thank you very
President of
much.
the board.
Thank you very much, Dr. Reynolds. Do any of my colleagues have any comments or questions? Ms. Lewis?
I'll make it very quick. Thank you to everyone tonight. If we recounted everything, it will take another hour. So I'll highlight one thing. I was a student that participated in the arts. And I just want to say that in education, for the folks at home that don't know and the folks that are here, in education, there are trends every year, every couple of years, and there's always a hot topic. And the fact that we haven't removed the A from STEM, it's still STEAM, right? With all of our schools is a testament to the work that you all do. And I'm happy to see that. And I also want to say that we also talk about mental health in our students, right? That's also a hot topic across the country. And this is a huge component of learning the other tools that you need to be successful in other spaces, even as you leave middle school. This is the stuff that sticks with them for the rest of their lives. So for me, the art's important. So thank you for highlighting that this evening. And I just want to give you all a big shout out.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Lewis. Ms. Klein?
I just want to say thank you. This was a beautiful evening. The music was fantastic. The performances were terrific. And I'm really proud of what I saw tonight. So everyone here should be really proud of their students and our community. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Tung, our student board member.
I just want to say that as a Albert Leonard Middle School graduate,
Yes.
it has definitely helped me in my path as I was a PAVE art student for the past 3 years. And so on behalf of all the current art students at Rochelle High School coming from Albert Leonard, I just want to say thank you for what you've been doing for us.
That means so much coming from you. Thank you.
Ms. Ross and then Ms. Williams?
Yeah, just wanted to say again, thank you. It was a wonderful presentation, and having all of my kids come through the middle school, just to have the thriving arts and athletics for the students, it's just a wonderful way to kind of keep them engaged and academically thriving here as well. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Dr. Thank you, Dr. Edwards Thomas, for this wonderful evening. And this is the best gift that you could have given us. This is our final board meeting for 2025.
Right.
So this is something for us to remember. And congratulations to all the tenure recipients and to all of the students and the families. And everyone have a great and restful holiday vacation.
Thank you.
Jacob?
Sure. Thank you so much. Congratulations to you and all of the teachers and support in the school for this amazing presentation. You can see just, on page 11 or whatever slide it is, you can kind of see, obviously it's the nature of the child's talent, but it's the nurture of everyone at the school who's helping the children. I have a question.
Yes.
Out of curiosity, when a child comes to the school and they maybe don't know their path, like are they a musician or a technical artist, a graphic artist, how does the school help support them find their passion?
Well,
Help them
students have an
to support them find their passion. Apologies.
They have an opportunity to take courses. So you can take general music, you can take art. So it depends on what they like. They do have an opportunity to choose. And so they're able to develop their path based on what they feel they're good at or what they want to try out. So we give them opportunities to choose that based on their individual profiles, what other courses they're taking and what space they have. So they have an opportunity. There's some people that take art and music. So it depends on what they're taking. They get to experience a little bit of all of it so they can make their choices themselves.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Jacob. I also just want to thank you very much as piggybacking off of Cameron as a proud Albert Leonard alum, class of 2006. This is great, and it's great to see the continuing arts education. Just one more question for myself.
Yes.
Kind of piggybacking off of Ms. Jacob's question. What electives are we missing? What are you seeing out there that you think that the students would like to have?
That the students would like to have. We are doing I know. Did you see that? I got excited there. So the students we do have a lot to offer, and we do what we can to encourage them to do more. For example, the electronics music club is something that we offer in the afternoon. We're starting to see people develop some interest in that. Those songs that I was playing in my office for the past couple of weeks are student created, the words, etc., all by students. One of our young ladies who was here, Minami, is the one who created the song that we were playing in the background. So we just give them as many opportunities in the extracurricular space so that they're able to find something that they love. And then when I can ask for more things, whenever Dr. Reynolds says I can ask for more things, I try to slip something new in whenever I can. So this year we offered we have a new offering, a business course, intro to business course, which is something different to give them some interest in something beyond middle school, start to get them excited about college and career and different opportunities beyond here. And so we do what we can to introduce everything that we think they might be interested in different ways and see what they latch onto and what we can bring in the middle school space. We're kind of locked into what we must give, but we try to do what we can to offer some other things as well. So what are they interested in? All of it. Robotics, marketing, business. We have our podcasting. We produce a podcast here, at least one every week. Mr. Silviati and his group produce a podcast every week. So we put that out to our families on Friday afternoons. So we try to keep them as engaged as they can and do the most we can to help them develop their voice. That's really huge because if you remember yourself in 2006, that is the part that you struggle with the most. And so we try to do what we can in a safe environment to allow them to develop their voices so that when we send them off to the high school, they have an idea of what they want and what they could be interested in.
Thank you so much. All right, and with that, Dr. Reynolds, I'll throw it over to you to close.
So thank you very much, Dr. Edwards-Thomas and team. Thank you very much to our students who performed for us this evening. Thank you to the parents for bringing the students out so that we can see our children, because when you see them in person, when you see them performing, when you hear about the opportunities that they have, but also the opportunities they're taking advantage of, it really negates what's in the media about middle schoolers, right? So this is not what people would like you to picture when you picture a middle school. This is a new experience. This is an opportunity for growth, and it's an opportunity to start on a pathway to excellence that leads to our flagship school, the New Rochelle High School. So thank you very much for this opportunity this evening.
Thank you.
Thank you. Colleagues, we can return to our seats.
So thank you very much for the transition to our members. I am also allowed the indulgence of making a quick recognition this evening, since we've already broached the conversation of tenure. This evening, it is my honor and my privilege as the superintendent of schools, along the pathway, and we've been using that term a lot tonight, but along the pathway of stability, along the pathway of there being some normalcy as it relates to the City School District of New Rochelle. Tonight on our agenda, you may notice that a certain individual will be receiving tenure. And I would like to acknowledge he's here with his lovely better half in the audience. We would like to recognize our principal of the New Rochelle High School, Dr. Dagoberto Atiles, who will be receiving tenure once we get to our agenda item. So I just wanted to shout you out this evening. Make sure that you're recognized. Please stand. It's been a long road, but not a hard one. And I will tell you, as I've shared with the board on several occasions, My favorite principal, who hired me as a first grade teacher, once expressed to me that there's the difference between the art of education and the science of education, or the art of teaching and the science of teaching. You can teach an individual the science of teaching. That's all the technical stuff. It's all the things that are in the course catalog, all of the things that are in the textbook, all of the managerial stuff, taking attendance and things of that nature. But you cannot teach the art of teaching. And one thing that I can say about Dr. Artiles is he is the embodiment of the art of what's good at New Rochelle High School. He has students first with every decision that he makes. And tonight, with the approval of the board, we will recognize your student-centered vision and pathway. And I would like to congratulate you in advance. So congratulations, Dr. Artiles.
Thank you, Dr. Reynolds. Congratulations, Dr. Artiles. We are going to move into our next item of the agenda, which is our public comment. Apologies, give me 1 second. I'm having some technical issues connecting. It's not giving me the option for it. Okay, apologies for that technical difficulty. So I'm going to read a statement and we're about to proceed into public comment. The Board of Education adopted policy 1230 in April 2022 to ensure all members of the public have the opportunity to speak at both of our board meetings each month. We believe it is crucial for us to hear from our community members about their concerns and issues. Having said that, please note that the board is here to listen. The public comment period is not designed to be a discussion. Accordingly, understand the board will not respond to your concerns and questions tonight. We take your concerns and questions seriously and want to have sufficient time to process and research issues if need be. We will, however, respond to your questions and concerns at a future meeting or have the proper staff and bring it back to you at the appropriate time. I also want to point out that under state and federal privacy laws, we are unable to entertain any comments or questions about school personnel and students. Please know, however, that we take personnel concerns very seriously. On these matters, we'd ask you to go through the appropriate administrative channels. Finally, we recognize that right now our nation and our community are polarized on a number of issues. That said, we want our school board meetings to serve as an example to our students that members of our school board and members of our community can deal with controversial issues in a civil manner and demonstrate mutual respect for one another. In that spirit, we will insist that all speakers and members of the audience maintain civility and respect for any divergent views that others possess. We ask that speakers please address their comments to the board directly rather than the audience. In the unlikely event the meeting becomes unruly, the board will recess the meeting and return once order has been restored. Finally, I want to remind everyone that you may submit written comments to the board in lieu of speaking during the public comment period if you so choose. Tonight, we've set aside 30 minutes for public comment where each speaker who has signed up before 3:30 today has 3 minutes to speak. If a person requests to speak after 3:30, speakers may sign up in person at the meeting with the clerk and will be afforded the opportunity to speak during the public comment period. We currently have no one signed up for public comment. Is there anybody in the audience who would like to sign up for public comment? Well, this is rare. All right, so seeing none, I'm going to close the public comment period of the meeting. Colleagues, we're going to move on to business consent agenda personnel resolutions. Can I get a motion and a second to approve consent agenda for personnel resolutions number 26-234, 1 through 1, number 26-235, 1 through 19, number 25-236, 1 through 1, number 26-237, 1 through 5, number 26-238, 1 through 4, number 26-239, 1 through 12, and number 26-240, 1 through 6, according to the recommended action for each item.
So moved, Williams.
So moved. Second, Ross.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Dr. Artiles, congratulations, it's official. Okay, and colleagues, new business consent agenda general resolutions. Can I get a motion and a second to approve consent agenda for general resolutions number 26-241 through number 26-246, according to the recommended action for each item?
So move, Lewis.
Second Williams.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. So everyone, this is our last meeting of 2025. Our next meeting will be Thursday, January 8th at 6 o'clock, starting executive session at 6 o'clock at City Hall. And can I get a motion and second to adjourn?
Second Lewis.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Good night, everyone. Happy holidays.